What's up, everybody? It's your girl Kiwan, and I am back with Real Housewives of Potomac, Season 10, Episode 10, Blunt Truths. Y'all, before I start, make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Click the notification bell button so you can be updated on every video I drop. Make sure y'all like the video so I can stay in the algorithm, okay? All right. Anyway, Giselle is looking for an electric G-Wagon, and Wendy is meeting her, and they have a conversation about Stacy. Wendy tells Giselle how Stacy is mimicking her, and but she don't think Stacy is a bad person. Okay. And Wendy tells Giselle how all of the ladies are jumping onto Stacy, and Giselle just had the audacity to say how sneaky Stacy is. Y'all, this big neck lady just really just always chooses to have the audacity. The truth is, you guys are bullying this lady. I get it. Again, I'm not going to keep explaining the fact that Stacy is a liar. We already know that. But, and there is no but, Stacy is a liar. However, because the way you, Ashley, Karen, Miss I will be vindicated, and Ashley kept lying about her PDF husband, or how you lied on people's husbands. Whatever. It is what it is. Like, Giselle just aggravates me. She has not changed. She just allow other people to do her dirty work, and you don't have a real reason to not like Stacy. And the one thing I will say is, you don't have to like people. You don't. Okay? You don't have to like them, but you don't have to treat them terribly either. Okay? So Giselle wants to know where her and Monique went wrong. Anyway, sorry, this woman is terrible. Okay, so Stacy walked in with AJ, and the first thing we saw was Stacy feet. And so the people already think you lie like Mia, and you come in here with these big old sandals and these big long feet. Girl, I cannot. Anyway, she's still working on her gummies. She talks to AJ about working on the gummies and how the girl's been, trying to play on her top. And so she said that everything will lunch tomorrow. She said she sent a text to the group and invite the ladies to her lunch. All right. So AJ tells Stacy that you need to stick up for yourself, and you need to curse these raggedy ass ragamuffin hoes out. Okay? He said you gotta let them have it. Y'all, let me tell y'all, do y'all notice when Stacy gets on to somebody, she won't look at the person she's talking to directly, but she'll look at other people. It's like I'm trying to get y'all attention, like I got her together. Like, Stacy, that is cringy, and I need you not to do that. If I'm cursing you out, I'm talking directly to you. Okay? I'm not talking to them. It's like you're trying to get their attention. And that's the one thing that annoys me about Stacy. Girl. Anyway, so Tia calls Stacy, and Tia wants them to talk. She was like, I got your invite to your event, and before I come to the event, I feel like we need to talk, yada yada yada, blah blah blah. Tia, okay, let me say this. Timu lied. Okay, Timu lied. Timu don't want to hang out with these ladies. Timu don't really want to fool with these people like that. And Stacy protected her husband. Okay, but Tia, girl, like, what is your issue with Stacy? Again, you've said that you've lied about things. I don't know. I just feel like the punishment don't fit the crime. And I feel like they're punishing her harshly because she can stick up for herself, and she is to the point where she's not pressed and she's not angry, and she doesn't allow her emotions to like get the best of her. Okay, but again, I feel like Tia in some ways went with the crowd. And if you did, Tia, shame on you, because I like you. Anyway, Ashley. I'm skipping over that because, girl, you talk about how broke Josh is, but he wasn't so broke for you to sit on his broke. Okay? I feel like Ashley is every bit of Sheila, except Ashley found the jackpot. Michael, I mean, he not the prize, but he have some money. Okay? And I feel like the only time Ashley can really come up is when some man's sponsoring her. Anyway, Giselle meet with Monique. Monique said in her confessional that Giselle was a hater, period. And she tried to give Giselle grace so many times. So I'm guessing, y'all, what we thought was Monique trying to be friendly with Giselle. I guess that was her trying to give Giselle grace. But she was like, how much can a person take? And if you show me I'ma kick it. And I was like, okay, Monique, we see you, girl. Anyway, Giselle said, where do I start? Drag me, Monique. And I was like, girl, are you trying to shade Candace? Because you really don't want that smoke. Like, you don't get tired of being red fulfilled by this girl. Anyway, Monique said, no, her dragging days are over. Okay. So Giselle said, oh, no, Giselle didn't say that. My note said, Giselle, you didn't like Monique the moment you met her. Giselle said she felt like the hate came from Monique. And I was like, girl, really? I mean, I don't know. We only give 45 minutes to, about 45, 50 minutes of content. Okay, we don't get a lot. So I was like, look, this lady took zero accountability. She's a terrible person, y'all. I might be laughing, but Giselle does not display kindness. Okay. I'm just saying. She's very manipulative. She's just terrible. She's a terrible person. Anyway, so in the next scene, we see Greg continuing to play in our faces as well as Kiana. I don't know why I want to call this lady Klarna. Y'all got me calling this lady, wanting to call this lady Klarna. He's looking at engagement rings. He's looking at them. He did not purchase them. And her mom and Angel came to tag along, and he looking at these rings that are like hundreds and thousands. It's just a lot of money. And it's like, Greg, please. And so according to Angel, Michelle and Greg are in a good place. Are they though? Or is she just going along to get along for the sake of her daughter? That's what I think. That's what I think. Anyway, Greg said that him and Kiana are in a good place, and he's also gonna buy her a condo for her birthday. The fact that y'all trying to push this engagement on us with this man and Kiana is insane to me. And let's be clear, Greg, can you even afford the ring? Can you afford to buy her a condo? I'm not trying to count that man's pockets, but we're just, I don't know. And if you did, why don't you just, what happened to the house that you're supposed to be getting? Like the house that you're having built. You're gonna not have your house built, but you're gonna buy somebody else a condo. Okay. All right, maybe my math ain't mathing, but I guess. Ashley and her sister. Ashley was like, I I'm just so glad I get to help my family. You know, Funky Dineva saying, shout out to him. You know, he says, what does he say about y'all? I lost my train of thought. Um, Work ain't honest, but it pays the bills. Okay? And I'm just looking at Ashley like, girl, you technically, again, as Candace said on that stage, you're not helping your family. The only reason that you're financially secure is because you sat on top of a PDF and and got babies from him. And that's the only reason you're financially secure. But hey, get it how you can. All right. Jessica looks like Sheila. I feel like Ashley would exploit her family for the right price. I don't believe that the scene was even that Ashley, I just think Ashley knows how to get along. She knows how to look the part. But I just don't feel like Ashley was genuine in this scene. Jessica, yeah. And I even feel like for Jessica, girl, get your education, make your money, find you a nice job, live in a nice place. You don't even have to be bothered with your daddy or your raggedy ass mama. Okay? The way Jessica looked, like the outfit she had on, and I'm just looking like, you just gonna allow your sister, and it's not me being funny, I'm just saying, like, you just allow your sister to come up here looking just like that. And anyway, where's the brother? I have so many questions, but again, Ashley is a terrible person. Okay, so Jassy, Tia, Ashley are at Stacy's event. Wendy couldn't make it, but she did send her love and she supports Stacy. Yada yada yada. Kiana and Giselle in their confessionals said that they wasn't coming. That's because she clocked y'all. Y'all cannot get mad. I'm still trying to figure out what it is that she did to y'all. So again, we're gonna go back to Candace. Yeah, the line is always moving. This lady has always supported y'all even whether y'all liked her or not. She decided to come to y'all event, but y'all want to pick and choose on whose event you want to go to, just like y'all picking and choosing to want to like Stacy. And again, if somebody can tell me what Stacy has done, I can be like, okay. But at this point, I just don't know what that lady did. Y'all personally got together and decided that y'all was gonna take down Stacy to continue from the reunion. That was the thing, and y'all keep doing it to the point where y'all created an issue. And that's a valid thing. You cannot not like somebody, and then somebody can come to you and y'all just and talk to you about this person and constantly talk about this person, and then all of a sudden you'll start feeling that hate, and then y'all will pile on till we created this big issue that's not really a issue, Anyway, they just need a storyline. Again, Ashley, why are you calling Stacy a lying asshole? Okay, girl, please. We know that you've been dropping it for a PDF. Okay, because Michael, I can't even say dropping it for a pimp. But you've been dropping it for a PDF as long as we've known. Okay, I'm convinced Ashley went to this woman's event just to argue. Ashley is insufferable. I really don't like to give Ashley any of my time, but if at any point I can say something negatively about her, I will, because I just don't like her. And even if she's right, Ashley has created this space where she has become so insufferable. And because she is, and I think because the Bravo people probably know that a lot of people don't like Ashley, she's gonna bring Ashley back. They're gonna bring Ashley back, and Ashley is good at being an antagonist. Okay, can we at least bring what's her name back, girl? She had Ashley on her toes. Okay, Ashley couldn't take her. The way, again, I'm gonna say this: the way Ashley treats Stacey, that is how she wanted to treat. Damn, what's that girl name? Lord, the one who called Giselle pipe legs. Candace. That's how she wanted to treat Candace. But Candace used to eat the piss out of not like that. She used to eat Ashley up. Okay, Ashley could not take her, and so now, she's in this habit of constantly bullying Stacey because Stacey is not a wordsmith. She not. Anyway, Timu, so they have this conversation. Tia and Stacey have this conversation, and apparently Timu didn't want to be around Eddie and Wendy because of what happened at the reunion, how they brought out all of their stuff with TJ and was making all of these claims or whatever. And so that's why Timu didn't want to meet with him, but she felt like Tia would be more of a safer space. But we gonna say Timu did lie. They lied about Timu leaving, and instead of just saying, "Hey girl, listen, Timu don't want to hang out with y'all," but she did tell Tia that. She told Tia that Timu did not want to hang out with the ladies, and she also tell Tia that you were the safe space. She just didn't explain why or go into, she didn't go into detail. Okay. And so Tia and Stacey got into it. And Ashley just sitting there like eating this up, laughing because y'all know she gonna go run back and tell Giselle. Not Tia. Ashley's worrisome. Okay. But at the same time, I do kind of believe Tia when she said Stacey texted her and told her, you need to have my back. And Stacey was like, I did not. You said that, girl. For some reason, I believe it. Okay? And this is one thing I don't like. I don't like the fact that, yes, you and Tia got into it, but it could have been resolved. There could have been some resolve. But the energy you have for Tia, why don't you have the same energy for Ashley or Giselle? You give them so much grace when they're not deserving of it. But then when it comes to Tia, and I get it, but Tia has always been nice to Stacey. And I'm going to call a thing a thing. I'm going to be nice about it. But whatever you get from Tia is what you get from Tia moving forward. I don't know, y'all, but this is the end of my review. Them heifers worked on my nerves. And on to the next heifers, okay? Because them heifers is crazy too. I'm married to Madison, okay? Anyway, I will see y'all in the next one. Bye.